even this chapter was a little bit too much for me at Platinum End. I've got to say that what Metropolitan Man did in this chapter, I kind of, even to me, I've seen some messed up shit, but it's like, the one thing that will always get to me and all that is like when kids are kind of getting either messed up or like tortured or like killed, like that's where I kind of draw the line a little bit on some kind of things, and that's especially with this chapter I kind of don't want to talk about, but also as well I have to talk about because boy oh boy was this a fucking long chapter, near about like 67 pages worth of material. So this piece of shit decides, oh, we're going to begin, like, plan 2 already and all that. And it's like, here's the thing. It's like, you know, what are you doing? This angel's, like, trying to swipe away, like, the, you know, the angel, like, wings and stuff like that. It's like, you know, I should have the right to attain, like, his wings and his red arrow. Give them to me. So this is one thing that we did learn about. It's like, you know, apparently when you kill candidates, you're allowed to get other different kind of, like, of their angel wings and all that. So I'm kind of interested in saying, like, they disappear, but they don't actually stay around. I thought, like, at this point he would have, like, mini angels around him or something like that, but it's like, considering that, he's like, oh yeah, you can leave now, and it's like, oh yeah, by the way, all you part-times and my decoy can leave now, and it's like, oh, but I'm a fan of you, Metropolitan Man. It's like, yo, go, or I'll use this arrow and kill you. And he's like, oh, just please call me if you need to do anything, and it's like, and the second part of this is that he pulls out some cuss, he attaches them and all that, saying like, you know, like, oh, I'm going to attach you to it, and they're like, obviously they're still under the red arrow, so guys, you know, I want to be with him, I care for him and all that. And this is where it's like, oh, by the way, I should just kill you guys, and all that, saying like, you know, let's just see, like, test how, like, you know, how much this red arrow actually works and all that. I'm going to use the right arrow, and saying like, would you actually, like, still obey me if I asked, like, you know, like, do you kill yourself and all that, and like, how would you do this? And it's like, this is where the red arrow actually starts. No, please don't put the arrow at me. I don't want to die. I don't generally want to die. And it's like the guy, the fucking piece of shit, like the other man that was in a hero suit, is like, he's ripping literally the little girl's arm off on the chains and stuff like that. It's like, no, please. And you get to see it like kind of ripping into the flesh. And I'm like, okay, now this is getting a little bit much. And he just shoots the guy. He's fucking dead straight out on there, and then even as well, it's like, oh, what, he just killed him, he's right down. It's like, and she's literally saying, no, I don't want to die, please, I'm a little girl, please don't do this, I'm not a bad guy, I'm not gonna do that. It's like, even with the angel herself, like, saying like, please don't kill my candidate, like, she's not evil, she's not anything like that. It's like, you know, I won't stop, like, level 2 angel idiots and all that. It's interesting, you could stay there and beg and all that, and like, this is the messed up part of it, where it's like, they're begging to the crowd. It's like, they know other people, the candidates are here, please do that. It's like, you know, you have a knife, you still have a heart and all that. It's like, she's trying to fly away, she's trying to do everything, she's attached, she's like, please and all that, beg for your life and all that. It's like, all you godly coward, like, god candidates are going to stand by and watch a young child get killed. And it's like, please stop. And Nase had to fucking step in, because now Mirai was now about to go in and actually go in, and it's like, yeah, I have to do this. And it's like, she was there, like, you know, going off across the screen, like, yeah, don't worry, no, you know, don't act rashly and all that, you expose yourself as a candidate. And it's like, I have to do it and all that. It's like, we act recklessly. It's like, Nase coming down there saying, you know, even if you, like, continue to use this girl and all that, no god candidates will come out, we're not going to play that game. And it's like, the motherfucker, as a cold, heartless bastard, just shoots the kid. Right there. And that's the one part, and I've said this before, like, maybe in, like, a different video, I don't know if that's actually ever, but I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it once before. That's the bit where I kind of draw a line with stuff, like where I messed up. It's like, yeah, like, normally when you involve in any kind of media and like children and all that, I mean, I'm one person that can hold it. Like, say, I hate the whole, if she like kind of came to the group and like she actually joined up with Mirai and everyone and said, oh, you know, the whole Onmyouji stuff, I would have hated that, but yeah, kid killed, like public, that's fucked up. That is generally messed up. This guy is a heartless pile of shit that he just, like, without, like, no remorse or anything, he just killed a child. Like, was she gonna actually hurt anyone? No. Was she actually gonna do anything? She was already head over heels for you and all that. She had the arrows, so she generally wasn't gonna do anything like that. But it's like, the whole thing that come out to that before we come and go back into that topic is that we've seen that Mirai's arrow actually, you know, his aunt actually killed herself. So, like, this is the thing. So Mirai's red arrow, like, with obviously the special class, maybe that's something that, like, Mirai's arrow is, like, different to obviously this guy. Like, you know, they would generally actually do that for him. It's like, he's probably gonna, like, Metropolitan is like, oh, well, if they only just followed my orders and they said they even die for me, then, you know, they would obey me. But it's like, no, this piece of shit just did that. And I'm like, that was the bit I kind of like, I was like, I'm not too sure about, or like, I really didn't like that. And it's like, even like with Nase, she's like, oh, you know, I don't feel that bad and all, but it's like, you know, if you died, no, I'd probably be happy, because we all know you're a scumbag and you're a piece of shit and all that. And it's like, you know, not everyone wants to be like you, not everyone wants to become God and all that. Like, my actual candidate doesn't want to be one. I just want him to find happiness, and it's like, yeah, you're a stepping stone for me to realize my goal and all that. And it's like, you angels are really weird motherfuckers, and just piss us off. It's like, well, you know, just go, let's go back with everyone and all that. If you stay like this, it'll only be more obvious. And it's like, yeah, let's just go. And it's like, oh, give me the other fucking rings as well. It's like, wow, it's just like these pieces of shit, and it's just like, I'm so on this whole situation. It's like, oh, by the like, because as well, like, there's 8 people left, including, you know, like Saki and also as well Mirai and another person that we got to see at the end of the chapter. There's either, including him there. It's just like, we're way going too fast with these people. We're like, we're already like got a bunch of people down out of the candidates. It's like, that's kind of ridiculous that he's already taken this amount of people out, and he's like, you know, he's already got like, I think like 3 wings, and he's got a bunch of arrows from both like red, like from the red ones, and it's like, this guy can just, like, he's near impossible, and they even said, we're gonna need helpers from level 1 to level 2 to even take us down, like, to even do this thing. And it's like, even with that situation, you got Mirai, who doesn't want to even kill people, like, because that's how, like, he's been raised not to do that. He's been like, I can't do this, like, you know, I can't absolutely do this whatsoever. And it's like, I'm sorry, like, that's one thing my dad always taught me and all that, saying, like, you know, you should never hate people, you should never kill people, you should never do that. That's just how I've always been raised up, and that's just how it is. And it's like, this piece of absolute shit. Like, just, I hate Metropolitan, man. If for a fucking villain, he's doing that, and it's like, either Mirai's realizing it's literally the only way to kill him and all that, and even asking Saki, it's like, yeah, like, of course, he killed a kid, he's a piece of shit, and all that. It's like, I'm thinking back on those words, and it's like, I don't know what to do. I'm so conflicted on the situation, but it's like, and they realize, we're gonna need partners, you know, like, out of, like, you know, all the people that he's killed and all that, out of those 2 men that, like, you know, that he's killed and all that, it's like, I'm gonna have to, like, do this, like, I'm gonna have to, like, murder all these people, and it's like, God fucking damn it, like, we're gonna have to do this. This is the situation that we're in. And the ending of the chapter, we get to see a man come out in a suit and all that, and we get to see, like, he's a god candidate, and he has his arrow, and he's like, yeah, I agree with your idea and all that. It's like, I'm also a god candidate, I've got wings, and I've got a red arrow and all that. It's like, please shoot me with a red arrow, I'll believe, you know, just so I'm, like, on your side and all that. Once that, I'll prove I'm not being controlled, you can tell me the truth here, shoot me. It's like, you need to do this, and it's like, alright, so we've already got an ally here, like, you know, he's got wings, he's got an arrow. The question is, like, how are we going to actually take him down? Like, what's their plan so far? Before going to this, but it's like, the whole little kid thing kind of messed me up on the chapter, I ain't gonna lie. So, honestly, I did enjoy the chapter. I would say it's an 8, I think it's a great chapter, but even still, with my morals, that's like, that hurt. That kind of does affect me as well. I kind of don't like seeing, like, children in any kind of, like, situation all getting fucked up. That's just kind of not me. That's just kind of, like, how I've just been grown up and all that. It's like, you know, I can appreciate violence like Berserk, and I've seen some very fucked up things in Berserk. That still doesn't even change my mind and go, ooh. Like that, I didn't go, oh shit, like, oh shit, this get hype. I go, oh, that's, yeah, maybe that's a bit much, but it's like, that's just me personally. But that's all for me. So thank you much for watching. Always, as you love Black Clover as much as I do, then hit that like and subscribe. But I'll catch you guys next time.